Hello, just back in from a nice bimble, and it was sunny. However, it's gone all grey. I think we've got a few little droplets coming our way, but whatever, it is what it is. Cheers. So the usual for me, a Slurpee and a fag while we have a little chat. This video, it's really for one person, but I mean anybody may possibly benefit. And I call it something like mindfulness, meditation. Quite simple, isn't it really? I got a message, I haven't got a PC on now, but I got a message from Caroline, either D or C. How stupid am I can't remember her name. I think it's Caroline C. Anyway, saying, thank you for the meditations, and whilst I appreciate them, I find that I cannot sit for 20 minutes doing a meditation. Is there anything you can suggest that's very simple and easy? I think they are simple and easy, really. Don't get hooked up on the time. Don't get hooked up on the time at all. If you want to meditate for 10 minutes, do that, or 5 minutes, do that. 2 minutes. There's loads of different ways of meditating, really. You can count yourself down. In a 2-minute meditation, you can just calm the system down. You can begin at a number and lower yourself to a different number. So 5 down to 1, for instance. So you go all the way down and just remain there for a minute, and then bring yourself up and become aware and move on. That could take 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. It's your time. There's lots of different things. So mindfulness, I would suggest. Actually, I would suggest a couple of things to you. I'll make another video on the second one. But mindfulness has got, it's not a bad rap, but people think, what is it? What it's all about and all the rest of it. Don't let it worry you, you know. Being mindful is simply being totally aware, totally in the now, totally in that moment, doing that thing and that thing only. So it could be having a glass of water. It could be making a cup of tea. It could be anything at all. It could be rolling a fag. It doesn't have to be something good for your health. It can be anything at all. And if you're truly mindful, if you're really in the true essence of what mindfulness is, which is being just in that moment, doing that one activity, that one thing, but every part of that one thing, that's the true essence of mindfulness. If you're truly there, it gives you a pause between what is and what will be. And we all need that pause. That's why I meditate, and that's why anybody meditates, really. They meditate because they want a peaceful soul. You know, they just want to look at life in a different way, really. Because life is still beautiful, it's still good, it's still nice, it's still fun in parts and all the rest of it, no matter what is going on. But to have a pause is a wonderful thing. I mean, I got a theory, the only reason why we go to bed at night is to have a pause. How would you do what you've done all day and carry on doing all that all night and then carry on all next day? You know, obviously the body gets tired, the mind gets tired, we know that. That's why sleep's important. But that element of sleep, that gives you a pause. So during your day, the meditation gives you a pause. So mindfulness, you have to bear with me because it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but try it on your own. Here's a paintbrush. Now, if I was to reach for this paintbrush, well, let's choose a pen, right? Because perhaps people don't have a paintbrush, but people have a pen. So if there's a pen there, if I want to write something down, and I've had something that's disturbed me in some way, I feel a bit angry, a bit negative, I don't know, I just feel a bit, do you know what I mean? Perhaps you're upset, maybe you've had words with somebody, and if you've had words with somebody, those words go round and round and round all day, and they're very difficult to get rid of. So to have a pause, have a mindfulness moment, just have a pause from all of what's going on, all the stuff in the news. We know that this channel is a CV19 free channel, so all that stuff that I don't talk about is happening, and all the rest of it. And just give yourself a pause. Okay, so if I'm reaching for a pen, for instance, I haven't got one handy, but if I'm reaching for a pen and I'm feeling a bit jittery, or I've watched the news, or whatever's happened, I just want to break, I just want to pause, I just want my mind to go back to its mellow state. My default state is bliss. That's my default state. So if I want to go back to there, even just for a minute or two, so I want to write something down. So I look at that pen and I see how long the pen is, see what colour the pen is. I see, is it round or is it hexagon? What colour is the tip? Is the tip a different colour to the pen? How long is the tip? How long is the tip in comparison to the pen? Does the tip have one of those skinny things that stick out the pocket? How long is that? Is that longer than the tip, shorter than the tip? Does that thing that sticks in the pocket, does it taper down? Does it get narrow? Does it get thin? Is that a different colour? And what about the tip of the pen? Does it just end? Does it come into a blunt shape? Is the tip a different colour? Does the tip have a hole in it? Is there writing on the pen? Is the writing blue, black, silver, grey? What does the writing say? Is the spacing the same between whatever words is on the pen? Is the pen see-through? Can you see any ink through the pen? How much ink? Is it full, half empty? And it goes on and on and on. You can carry on thinking about that pen, and then you pick the pen out. Is it cold? Is it warm to the touch? Does it feel heavy or light? How did you pick it up? Did you pick it up finger and thumb? Or did you pick it up finger and thumb and rest it on your middle finger? Which is how I tend to do things. Just pick that up. I got finger and thumb holding it, but I rest it. So did you rest it? If so, does it feel nice? The balance, does it feel nice? Can you roll it in your hand? If it's hexagon shaped, if it's round, can you feel that in your fingertips? Is it smooth? What does it feel like? And then you take the tip off. Is the tip stiff or easy to get off? Does it make a noise? Which hand are you taking off the tip? When you take it off, did it go plop? Did both hands move? One hand move? And so forth and so forth. And then you start to write. So which hand are you going to use? Is it the pen touching 3 parts of your hand or 4? Mine, I believe, is 4. If that's my pen, I hold it like that. I always rest it in there. That's 1, isn't it? 2, 3, 4. I've got 4. So is it touching 3 or 4? Or do you hold it in 2? Do you grip it like a caveman? Are you left-handed? The pen on the paper, does it make a sound when you move? Does it feel scratchy or is it smooth? What colour is it? Is it the same colour as the pen lid? And so on and so forth. That's mindfulness, and that puts you're only concentrating on that pen and the actions of the pen and the actions of your body within the pen. That's mindfulness, and you could do it with anything. You could pour a glass of water and you think, does the glass taper down? Is it thicker at the bottom than it is at the top? Does the water make a sound as it enters the glass? Is the glass hot? Is the glass cold? Can you feel the glass slipping from your fingertips? And it goes on and on and on. You could take an hour doing it really, but all of that took what, 2 minutes, 1 minute? And that's a meditation or a mindfulness moment, a mindfulness meditation without really meditating, because most people think meditating is that. And it doesn't have to be that. So I hope that's helped a little bit. At the moment, I can't remember what else you said in your message, but I was going to address that. It was about sitting still as well. 20 minutes is too long for me, and I feel I need to move on and do things and all the rest of it. I think, and this is only me thinking out loud really, I think that you're thinking that I'm in control. Especially now, what we don't talk about is happening in the world, and we're not in control of that. That's why panic buying and things like that are happening, because of that's happening. We're not in control of that. And shops are opening and shutting at different times. We're not in control of that. And there's a lot of other stuff that's going on, and we're not in control of any of that. So what we can be in control with is how many toilet rolls we go and buy. Or we did. Now they limit them, but that's how panic buying was. It's that we took some control back. Because we've lost all of that control, we've now lost the control which is our liberties. You can't have, say, a family member in your house that doesn't live there. You can't go for a drive, a non-essential drive. I can't go down the beach. So that liberty has been taken away from me, that freedom, that control, the control of my life. Who comes into my house and how far do I drive my car? That control has been taken away from me. So you may find that at the moment, if I did these videos 6 months ago, you might have found them different. But right now, a lot of control has been taken away from you. So by you listening to my voice, you may think that I am controlling that meditation session. And obviously to a degree I am, but I was just showing you how to meditate. So if that is the case, then meditate on your own. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to a guided meditation. Don't listen to any words. Either put some gentle music on in the background and just sit quietly, concentrate on your breath. Do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you can. The longer the better. If you can get up to 20 minutes, that's wonderful. I think 20 minutes is a good time for me. A really good time. And then you're taking the control back by either sitting in silence, listening to music, doing a mantra, you're controlling it, thinking how slowly or how quickly you want to think the mantra through, or you're listening to your breath, and you're in control. So give those a couple of a go and see what the score is there. But I've got a feeling that is some of people's problems at the moment, is that control is being taken away from people in lots and lots of different ways. You know, you can't even go to a shop and decide how many tins of beans to buy. You can't decide which shop to go to, really, within reason. If you've got 2 superstores very close, then great. If you've got a third one that's another 5 miles, you're not allowed to drive there. So it's been taken away from you, the control, the liberty, the freedom, but it's the control has been taken away from you. And as I say, you may feel that I'm trying to control. So one more person, yet again, trying to control me. Shops are controlling me. The police are controlling me. The government are controlling me. Everything's controlling me. This, what we don't talk about, is controlling me. You know, I just want to hug somebody, but I'm not allowed. You're not allowed to do anything these days. The control is taken away from you. So you may listen to my meditations and think, well, I can't do that because the control is being taken away from me. So do what I say, give it a go on your own. Okay, I'll make another video in a minute, and it'll be about a totally different form of meditating, but it works as well, and you get the control. Cheers, take care and be well. Hope it helps. Ta-ra.